Friendly little reminder to everybody watching today's video, you can't expect the Canadiens to win every game for the remainder of the season. Come on. Sometimes they're going to be bad, sometimes they're going to come out of the gate looking a little flat, and last night against the Philadelphia Flyers, that's exactly what happened. Now, a lot of people, myself included, I was expecting to see Jakub Dabish activated from that mattress again, but no. Not only does Samuel Montembeault get the start, but he gets a vote of confidence from the coaching staff. And believe me when I say, this man needs a big game right now. There's no doubt about it. So here we go. Everybody's excited. Christian Dvorak is on the Jumbotron. There's not a dry eye in the building. They knew it was going to be an emotional return. They were handing out tissues at the door. But the puck is dropped. And I mean, at this point, you can't make this shit up. But the very first shot against Samuel Montembeault finds its way in the back of the net. It's a perfect little redirection from Bobby Brink. It's his fourth goal of the season. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. And unfortunately for Sammy, it keeps getting worse. Now his defensemen are getting a little careless. Mike Matheson is trying to hit a little kid with the puck that was laughing at him. Not sure if he got him or not. But immediately after that one, his D partner Dobson gets a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. We got a complete disaster of a situation unfolding right before our very eyes, just a few minutes into the game. It's a 5-on-3. They're already down by 1, and won't you look at that. Cam York strikes first to make it a 2-goal game. And on shot number 5, the Philadelphia Flyers, they got a 3-goal lead. Not a good way to start a hockey game. It's like putting on 4 hoodies and going out and trying to fight your shirtless neighbor. The ice was tilted. The Philadelphia Flyers were all over them during that one. They're going to outshoot the Canadiens 12-2 during that period. So now we're going to move on to the second period. And you can't go away yet because this is where something crazy happens. You see, not only does Samuel Montembeault start making saves, but he starts making a lot of them. And the Canadiens, they look like they got some life in them. Believe it or not, it appears as if they're ready to start climbing out of that hole that they already got themselves in. It all starts with Kirby Dach. Look at him. He's got himself in the right place at the right time. He beats that goaltender, what's his name again, Darth Vader, to make it a 3-1 game. You just knew the boys weren't going to go down easily. And less than a minute later, Travis Sanheim gets caught for tripping up our little bundle of joy. And on the following power play, look at this puck movement. Doesn't that look good? And Demidov, he's about to fool everybody. Everybody in the building's thinking he's going to shoot, but no. He gets over to the captain, Nick Suzuki, who's been as hot as the devil's ass crack lately. And now all of a sudden the Canadiens are back within 1. They're rolling downhill at this point. And Tocchet, he can't be happy. The Flyers aren't doing themselves any favors anymore. They just keep taking penalties. Juraj Slafkovsky gets a huge chance to tie it up on the power play, but Darth Vader, he shuts this one down. He's still trying to be his daddy. Garnet Hathaway didn't like it at all. He didn't like that extra whack at the puck. And look at Slav just standing there eating cross chicks like he's eating corn pops at 9 o'clock in the morning. The man, he's such a nail gun sometimes, such a tough kid. But the Canadiens keep buzzing. And with just over 6 minutes remaining in the second period, Lane Hudson's about to ruin this young man's career. Shut her down. Get some resumes ready. For the love of God. He sets up Kirby Dach, who's going to tie it up at 3. That's his second goal of the game. And the Flyers, their world is just crashing all around them. The Habs, they're going to get one more power play before the second period comes to an end. And holy shit, Rick. You are not going to like what happens next, buddy. It's the rookie once again who just uses that deceptiveness. Now he's going to shoot the puck. And he puts the Canadiens on top. And it's a 4-3 game at this point. And I was thinking, what did we just witness? Just a quick recap, just to bring everybody up to speed. The Flyers, they scored 3 goals in the first period. Montembeault lets in 3 goals on his first 5 shots of the game. The Canadiens looked like they were done. They were getting trampled on. But somehow they battled back and scored 4 goals in the second period, with Samuel Montembeault making 17 saves during that frame, which is great. And now it's Vader, who appears to be struggling. So the big question is, what's going to happen next? Who is going to show up during the third period? Well, I guess we didn't really know at that point. So to start things off, we do get an early scrap between Arby and Delorier. Now, I was kind of confused by this one. I felt like there was no reason for him to be fighting here, but it's like he drops the gloves out of respect or something. And Delorier is such a tough customer, man. I still think he's the best fighter in the league. But the Flyers are desperate. They keep putting pressure on Samuel Montembeault. Okay, you could definitely feel the heat. They were looking to tie it up. They were looking like a team that's looking to finally get their first win on the road this season. And just over 10 minutes in, they're finally going to get to tie it up when Grabinkin scores his very first goal in the National Hockey League. And yeah, I mean, that one definitely sucked. And I know this is going to sound weird, but there was this sick part of me that was a little happy for the fellow, okay? This kid seems like he's hilarious.
Back check, forecheck, and paycheck.
But the Canadiens do keep battling. They get quite a few chances to put this game away before the third period comes to an end. They even get a couple of good looks in overtime, which is usually like some kind of a cheat code when they get that extra open space. But deep down inside, we all knew it was going to happen eventually. I mean, you can't keep walking this fine line like this and not expect to get burned at some point. And it's going to be Trevor Zegras, who scores a beauty in the shootout to win this game for the Philadelphia Flyers. And even though the Canadiens lose, let me tell you something, just be grateful for that extra point, because this team was not prepared to start this hockey game. And the fact that they even got into overtime to begin with, it's miracle work. But they did it. They got a point. And I mean, originally, it wasn't looking good for Samuel Montembeault, but he went on and had a pretty impressive game. I mean, he faced 42 shots last night. And I mean, sometimes, I know it's tough, but you got to look for positives. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now in this situation. So Christian Dvorak gets back in Montreal, makes everybody in the building cry, even grown-ass men. And the Flyers go on to win this hockey game. So before you go, I mean, let's take a look at the updated standings. As you can see, the Canadiens are still sitting right at the very top of the Atlantic Division. They even got games in hand, which is pretty cool. They're in pretty good shape. Next up, they're going to be on the road against New Jersey on Thursday night. The Devils are sitting right at the very top of their division as well, the Neapolitan division. So it's going to be a tough game, and I don't know about you, but I'm curious to see what the plan is. I'm curious to see who's going to get to start and goal. Now, my prediction is that they're going to go back with Dabish, but I mean, I could be wrong. We're just going to have to wait and see how it all plays out. But anyway, the Canadiens lose. They steal a point. Ivan Demidov is unbelievable. I thought he was one of the best players on the ice last night. Flyers fans, Trevor Zegras, he was amazing out there. And I'm going to try and end this right here because there's a storm outside right now. And I feel like I'm going to lose the power at any point right now. And I really want to get this video up. So thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't, well, what are you still doing here? Please don't forget to smack that like button right across the back of the head before you leave. And hey, I'll see you next time.